Did a US president really admit that creating Israel meant slowly displacing millions of Palestinians? Brace yourself, Harry Truman spilled the truth in his own shocking words. Former President Harry Truman, reflecting on the challenges of establishing Israel, laid it bare in outtake footage from the 1960s series Decision, The Conflicts of Harry Truman. Here's what he said verbatim. Roy Anderson was one of them. We had several other people in the country, even among the Jews, the Zionists particularly, who were against anything that was to be done if they couldn't have the whole of Palestine, and everything handed to them on a silver plate. So they wouldn't have to do anything. It couldn't be done. We had to take it in small doses. You can't move 5 or 6 million people out of a country and fill it up with 5 or 6 million more, and expect both sets of them to be pleased. We had all sorts of objections to everything that was done. Something had to be done. We went ahead and done it and had it done, and now it's working out. Eventually, I think we'll have them all satisfied, but it's going to take a great deal of time yet to get the job done. But don't think that decision to recognize Israel was an easy one. I had to make a compromise with the Arabs and divide Palestine. The Jews wanted to chase all the Arabs into the Tigris and Euphrates River, and the Arabs wanted to chase all the Jews into the Red Sea. What I was trying to do is to find a homeland for the Jews and still be just with the Arabs. But when you go into a thing of that kind, the people you helped most are the ones that get most angry with you. Both of them were against me on the situation, but as President of the United States, I paid no attention to them, carried out what I thought was right, and I had the support of the Congress, and I could do it, which is unusual in these days. Oh, well, there were a lot of Jewish people against me because they want the whole of Palestine. As I said, they want to drive all Arabs into Tigris and Euphrates rivers. Whoa, did Truman just shatter the Zionist slogan of a land without a people for a people without a land? Absolutely, calling it out as impossible without massive upheaval. He recognized Israel just 11 minutes after its declaration on May 14, 1948, but admitted the UN partition plan was a compromise that displaced hundreds of thousands of Palestinians in what became known as the Nakba. Shock. Over 750,000 Palestinians were forced from their homes in 1948 alone, their villages erased to make way for the new state. Truman's words reveal the calculated small doses approach piecemeal land grabs amid post-Holocaust pressures and Zionist lobbying. He faced pushback from hardline Zionists who demanded all of Palestine, no compromises. Boom, that's the blueprint for expansion. Start with the 1947 UN plan, giving 56% of the land to a Jewish state, despite Jews owning only 7% at the time, then expand through war and settlements. Fast forward decades and the pattern persists. In a bombshell 2009 interview with Greta Van Susteren on Fox News, former Congressman Jim Traficant didn't hold back, exposing what he saw as Israel's grip on U.S. policy. Fresh out of prison after a corruption conviction he claimed was politically motivated, Traficant declared, "I believe that Israel has a powerful stranglehold on the American government. They control both members of the House and the Senate. They have us involved in wars in which we have little or no interest. Our children are coming back in body bags. Our nation is bankrupt over these wars. And if you open your mouth, you get targeted. And if they don't beat you at the poll, they'll put you in prison. They're controlling much of our foreign policy. They're influencing much of our domestic policy. We're conducting the expansionist policy of Israel, and everybody's afraid to say it. They control much of the media, they control much of the commerce of the country, and they control powerfully both bodies of the Congress. They own the Congress." Yikes. Traficant accused Israel of dictating U.S. wars and policy, with the EPAC's influence silencing critics. He tied it back to his own battles, like defending John Demjanjuk against wrongful Nazi accusations, claiming it made him a target. Shock. Since 1948, Israel has expanded beyond UN borders, controlling 78% of historic Palestine by 1967, with ongoing settlements in the West Bank displacing thousands more Palestinians annually. These revelations from insiders like Truman and Traficant pull back the curtain on a policy of gradual takeover, fueled by U.S. aid over $260 billion since 1948, peaking at $3.8 billion yearly today. Boom. While Truman aimed for justice, critics argue it's led to endless conflict, with Gaza's recent devastation echoing the small doses strategy on steroids. In 2025, as tensions boil, everyone's still afraid to say it. Is U.S. support enabling expansionism? Truman and Traficant warned us history's repeating, but who's listening? The silver plate demand persists, with Palestinians paying the price. If this blew your mind or fired you up, smash that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, let's keep this convo real. And hit subscribe for more unfiltered history bombs. Stay curious, folks.